it no matter how far you step back. Count it, make them step forward and don't look back.
The fact that we choose decisively to be part of another day of creation, to be part of the proud for an opportunity of change. Good morning to you, Grenada, Kupini, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. I'm up, you're up, we're alive. We're about to do this, Grenada. It's the 21st day of the month of December. It's 4 days and counting. I'm not sure if you've ever stopped to consider the opportunities that are available to you and I. For each new day that we rise to see the dawning of a new day, and recognize that we yet have an opportunity to continue this journey. There are many that got this far, but not far enough. And we're still here, Grenada. Good morning to you. I'm Joseph Cador. Being part of the generation that has realized that we have an opportunity to be different. Not by doing the same thing, but by changing the status quo. Recognizing the need for a paradigm shift. A change of thinking, a change of culture, a change of behavior. A change of thoughts and patterns in the morning time. Thank you for being a part of Classic. And the word of the day is huckster. And huckster is a noun. And it's spelled Huckster. Huckster. And a huckster is a person who is aggressive or dishonest in selling. You probably may have heard the word for the first time, but I'm thinking somewhere in the deep recesses of your soul, you're probably thinking, that's the name for them. The jewel that the huckster was peddling was obviously imitation.
And now the bells are ringing. I hear the chill.
I give an example from the New Yorker. Somewhere between 4 million and 11 million people identified as spiritualists in the United States alone. Some of the leaders back then were hucksters, and some of the believers were easy marks. The word for the day, huckster. Huckster. Let's be legitimate and honest and upfront in our dealings. Every boy and every girl sings a cheerful song as we look on to
Let's all be happy. It's Christmas.
And let's look at the health, your thoughts of the day, Grenada. So for the thought today, I say to you, I declare to you, there are 5 things that you should tell yourself daily. Today you declare, will be my day. Tip number 1. Today you should tell yourself you're the best that you can be, than the best that there is. Today declare to yourself that I'm a winner. Today you tell yourself I can do it. I know I can. Declare to yourself and over your family that God will always be with you. Be positive and believe in yourself, Grenada.
It's Christmas. Let's all be merry.
I do want to offer you also a health tip.
Let's all be happy.
Before we do the health tip though, Mikey, I do want to offer some, we're probably going to run that later on, the tips from the IRGPF. We are going to run that, some health tips for the holidays. But what we want to do, look at another thought for the day, which says, be happy not because everything is good, but because you can see the good side of everything. Remind you that happiness is a choice that we make, Grenada. It's a choice. It isn't a state that you acquire. It's a choice. Every day you sleep, you wake up and you tell yourself, today I determine, I resolve, and I commit to myself to be happy. And while we look at the health tip, you are reminded that garlic helps to be one of the world's best antibiotics. Garlic, again, reminding you that like a little extra garlic, a little extra, just grate it on top of whatever you choose to have today, a little salads, whatever it is. It helps to activate the enzymes that flushes out toxins in your body.
It's Christmas.
17 minutes on to the hour in the morning time.
Let's all be
The morning edition is next right here on Click. And for those of you that's on television, you get a repeat of the top stories from last evening's newscast. Let's all be merry. Let's all be joyful. Let's choose today, the 21st day of December. Let's resolve within ourselves. No more would I adhere to mediocrity.
Let's all
No way, no longer would I adhere to substandards. Today's my day. The morning edition is next, Grenada.
And now the stars are shining. I hear the choir singing. The music seems to fill the
And again, remind for those of you on television, you get a repeat of the top stories from last evening. I'll be back with you on television on the other side of the clock.
Head of the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Superintendent Randy Connaught, says though minor, it is a cause for concern and needs to be addressed. Let's get more in this Chrislina John report.
During the period December 12th to 18th, a total of 66 road accidents have been reported by the Royal Grenada Police Force Traffic Department. That's according to head of the department, Superintendent Randy Connaught. This, the officer says, needs to be addressed urgently.
Period 18th to the 17th, to the 19th, which is just a weekend period, we had a total of 43 accidents, and this is by no means an acceptable figure. And part of the reasons for these accidents, as our investigations have revealed, most of those are as a result of distractions or persons just not taking into account that our roadways have become even more congested because of the influx of vehicles that you would find on the public roadway on a daily basis. Just today, just at the period of speaking to here, it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have had a total of 10 accidents island-wide. This would just give you an indication as to how our accidents progress. This would be an acceptable daily figure.
Superintendent Connaught says what people must understand is that so many accidents put an extra strain on the healthcare system and also reflects a negative image of the country regarding road safety.
I say the traffic department has beefed up its operations and we are more visible on the public roadway, taking into consideration that we are into the Yuletide operations. We have increased our traffic checks, our speed radar checks by way of the use of our Doppler radar. On obviously monitoring some of the major activities taking place in and around the island, where there would be the temptation for one to drive while being under the influence of alcohol. Our operations have been going smoothly thus far, but I must say we are extremely worried about the spate of road accidents.
The officer highlighted what he believes is noteworthy during the past week.
And what was noticeable for the past week also is accidents involving cyclists. I could just off my head account for 2, and where the cyclists would have fell. Excessive speed may have been a contributing factor from all indications, but we do want to appeal to motorists, cyclists alike, to exercise that level of care and caution while operating a vehicle on the public roadway. We have each an individual responsibility for our own personal care and for the care of other persons on the public roadway, pedestrians also included.
Acting on last Wednesday's accident on the Maurice Bishop Highway, the officer says it remains under full investigation, while the individual remains warded at the General Hospital. Superintendent Connett says he is hopeful that there will be a reduction in accidents for the remainder of the Christmas season. The officer begs the motoring public to exercise due diligence while driving on the nation's roads, being mindful also of pedestrians. Meanwhile, GBN has been informed that a comprehensive report will be given on the death of a mechanic. Unconfirmed reports say died after a vehicle he was working on fell on him. GBN will bring you this report as the information comes to hand. Christina John, GBN News.
Employees at the government printry say they had just about enough working in an environment riddled with issues, and on Monday they downed tools for 1 hour to draw attention to their plight. Let's get the details once again from Christina John.
On Monday, union representatives stood for 1 hour in solidarity with employees at the Grenada Printry to send a message to government that the deplorable conditions that they have had to work under for years needs to be fixed. Brian Grimes is the president of the representing body, the Public Workers Union.
This is not an action that just came about overnight. The union, under my leadership, we inherited this situation. I wrote to the relevant authorities on the 23rd of July regarding the unsafe conditions at the government printry. In fact, the matter has been long-standing, even years before that. But we have only gotten a generic response. People from the authorities send people to just examine the place, do measurements, and then after that, nothing takes place. This has been a consistent pattern for years where, you complain, people just come around, just give some grand promises, and there are no actions to suit what is commensurate to what is happening within the government printry. It's a very serious situation.
Grimes highlighted the issues that he said remain a health hazard not only to employees but other people accessing the treasury to conduct business. The PWU president says this was brought to the relevant authorities' attention and nothing significant has been done to address the problems.
First of all, the air quality in there is terrible. If you step inside it, you will get immediately when you step inside it, you will get a pungent chemical smell coming from there, and the workers have to operate within there for a lot of time. So we believe in the very short term, at the very least, extractor fans, exhaust fans are supposed to be installed in there to protect the workers. Secondly, we have a situation where the tiles are literally just spontaneously falling down from the roofs. There was an example right where customers have to come, it just spontaneously fell. There is moisture.
Explains what has been happening.
For a long time now, we've been experiencing, water drippage, tiles wetting, and right now it's kind of escalated. Tiles have been soaked and falling. Right, a couple of incidents tiles could have fallen on persons. The kitchen area and in the lobby area where the treasury is at the moment. And our manager normally has to cover his desk. as soon as rain is falling, anytime rainfall. We have been really, really lenient. We have been very patient. The workers have been producing, and we just think it's time that we get our voices heard.
The printery handles the printing of all government and government-related documents. Up until just before news time, efforts were made to reach Labour Minister Peter David for a response to the issue. However, he was unreachable. GBN reached out to Press Secretary to the Prime Minister.
That as a country, question posed by private sector Senator Christopher Diali on day 2 of the Senate debate on the 2022 budget. By day 3, the conversation had been taken to a different level as a resolution came to Parliament on the issue of vaccination, which the government senators sought to amend. Here's Gerard Joseph with that development.
Your livelihood is going to be dependent on your status in terms of vaccination or unvaccinated.
Vaccination will determine livelihoods, noted private sector Senator Christopher Diali, who believes that whether via education or mandates, vaccination numbers must be increased drastically, at least to herd immunity levels.
I don't understand for the life of me why our students are not mandated to be vaccinated. And we want to talk about face-to-face. We're joking. From 12 years to 17, not understanding that. I don't know who convinced me otherwise.
Senator Diali, prior to the debate on the vaccine resolution, had said there is only one way to ensure face-to-face learning can be fully resumed in light of the disadvantages of blended learning. The senator is thus in full support of mandating vaccination for students.
We have to vaccinate our children. This is nothing new to us. For us to go to school in the first case, we had to show a vaccination card. That is nothing new. I do know what makes this different. And this one on top of that protects lives.
Andre Lewis had introduced a Labour Senator's resolution to Parliament on vaccination, which sought to ensure vaccination is not a condition of employment for existing workers, among other benefits. However, the private sector senator highlighted the potential reactions in 2022.
You will see more companies demanding of the unvaccinated staff PCR tests probably every 2 weeks, every month, at their cost.
Government Senator Katisha Williams, addressing the actions taken by the private sector in regard to vaccination, noted that where there is an absence of legislation, it does not mean something is prohibited.
It simply means that it is unregulated. The law cannot regulate every single aspect of human life. So just because there is no law mandating vaccination does not mean that the private sector is prohibited from imposing mandatory vaccinations for the health and safety of their employees.
Several senators, including opposition senator Tessa Sincere, stood to speak on the resolution.
I don't want to get into this Rango Tango about vaccinated, unvaccinated, because this is a never-ending debate. We could go on.
December Grenadian. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
It's 4 days before Christmas, and many can see the busy streets with vendors displaying their various products and services while shoppers stop to look or purchase. But how is business really going for vendors this year after experiencing a hard blow from COVID-19? Rena Perry-Thomas spoke with some sidewalk vendors about their business experience.
This level of business and activity in St. George is one that has not been seen over a year due to the effects of COVID-19. Many vendors complained of how hard businesses is and their struggle to put food on their table. With the extra money placed in people's pockets in time for Christmas, vendors are hopeful this will result in a little more much-needed dollars in their pockets. GBN News team spoke to the sidewalk vendors in the capital to get an understanding of how business is picking up this Christmas season.
Business is kind of dead, but people is buying gifts for their children and so on. Well, my child is big, so she ain't getting any gift this year. But but other than that, it's okay. It's busy. Friday, Saturday, it's going to be real busy.
It is going up a little bit of it. Business is okay. Thank God to the government that gives it 2 weeks payout, so people shopping.
The businesses are going too bad. I thank God for it. I see the table with the little ties and thing on it. So the evening young still, so we watching and see still. Well, it might get a little better by time the 4 days before Christmas, yeah.
So more people would be shopping and buying gifts and coming to wrap and thing. But so far so good, you know. We're hoping that by the end of the week they would grow and increase.
So things has been kind of slow, but it's picking up bit by bit, and I'm guessing that coming close to Christmas, we hope to see, you know, things improve.
For GBN News, I am Rina Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, tonight, Beyond the Headlines will shine a light on the recent judgment handed down in the U.S. against Trevor Robertson after he pleaded guilty in the Eastern District of New York to sexual assault on a 5-year-old child here in Grenada. This case has caused quite a stir and will be further debated tonight by Grenadian and U.S. lawyer Denison George, who took it upon himself to ensure that justice is served in the U.S. He will be joined by former Attorney General Darshan Ramdani. Tune in right after tonight's newscast for Beyond the Headlines. This is GBN News at 7. Coming up, we take a look at the Labour senator who's still aggrieved over the Grenada issue. That story next. Welcome back to the news. The Labour movement continues to hold government in contempt for the arrogant and vindictive handling of the 4% increase in salaries for public workers and the Grenada repurchase. During the Senate budget debate, Labour Senator Andrew Lewis said it is totally disrespectful for government to continually refuse to come clean on where the funds came from. Here's Gerard Joseph with that story.
Where money is and where you get money. The fact is it has been paid, and paid with local money. If somebody gave us, you should be happy for it. You should not be worried. You should not be, that's your issue. But where it come from? It come from here.
The arrogance of power is the term being used by Labour Senator Andrew Lewis to describe government's constant response that it is not the people's business as to where the $200 million came from to repurchase Grenada from WRB. Senator Lewis said it has left the Labour movement to speculate that the $200 million are now included in Grenada's debt stock.
This is not a rum shop where you ask somebody something and they tell you, but we get his monies in different places. This is a parliament. This is where we address the people's business. I've asked to give us something officially to say, well, these monies came from here, there, or where.
The senator said the lack of transparency defeated the purpose and significance of the repurchase, which was backed by the Labour movement.
Labour in the 1990s, magistrates of Grenada opposed the sale of Grenada. Labour supported the repurchase of Grenada.
Lewis, who is the president of the Trade Union Council, also noted that the real issue of contention, or what the Labour movement has condemned, is the manner in which the repurchase was completed, a deal filled with personalities.
Knowing their level of competency, the only thing that can explain that bungle, the only thing that can explain us having to pay probably 50% more than we should have paid, recognizing that the deal made in the 1990s was bad, recognizing that the deal made in the 1990s brought us where we are. When WRB had called for or proposed $8 or $9 a share, and that was not taken up. But we end up having to pay $17 or $18 a share. That must mean that we are reckless in what we are doing.
The Labour Senator, while welcoming the relief measures via the electricity bills, cautioned against the loss of jobs due to the actions taken.
And that is why it will be extremely important for us to ensure that our boards of directors in the various statutory bodies are made up of people with a level of competence that can manage properly.
Senator Lewis, though noting that government dividends have drastically increased since the repurchase, elaborated that government will be judged based on the decisions and policies implemented. Private sector Senator Christopher Diali also expressed interest in government's plan of action to make shares in Grenada available to be bought by Grenadians, especially young people. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, one of the major concerns for the labor movement is what is being termed as the ownership of Grenada by ordinary Grenadians. Labour Senator Andre Lewis has impressed that their concerns surround the issue of prime real estate falling into the hands of foreign nationals. Another major issue which ties in is the subject of minimum wage. Here's Gerald Joseph.
2035 Sustainable Development Agenda as a major factor in improving the standard of living of Grenadians. The TUC president, however, stated that the ability to influence and manage access to local ownership of the scarce land resources must be had.
All of these ways that can be assisted is by making use of the opportunity that COVID-19 has presented to us. COVID-19 has presented a number of opportunities. One of those that we ought to make use of is a realignment of our society, a restructuring of our society.
The Labour Senator noted that some of the lowest paid employees, despite being lauded for their efforts at the front line, are the sanitation workers, as well as the gas station attendants and grocery or supermarket workers.
Workers can not just maintain their standard of living, but can improve their standard of living.
Senator Lewis said the minimum wage must be significantly increased to ensure workers can have savings rather than the hand-to-mouth that has become the norm.
To help move our people out of poverty, using the figures that have been given for 2019 of 27%. And it will be higher now. These are structural issues that must be addressed. And this is something that we all collectively must work on. This is not just a call to the government. I want to repeat this. This is not just a call, but obviously you're in governance. And therefore the lead role starts with you. You set the tone and you set the pace. Let's work collectively together on this. The private sector, the labor movement, the government.
I am Gerald Joseph for GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Perry-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
Police have denied reports that a man caught on camera fleeing the scene of an accident was due to a police chase. They are also investigating the circumstances surrounding an accident which resulted in the hospitalization of a 60-year-old man. GBN brought the story and you, our online audience, took to the comment section to air your views. Keldon said, "Why police have to lie so? It's have a video showing live what took place. You all making people have no confidence in the police force." David R. Modu said it was a police chase. Any fool could see that. And finally, Kishonda Joseph asked, "So question, traffic department does get an automatic notice when a vehicle gets hit, or was it in their temporary office by the bakery? Because if they were there as a result of the accident after a call, that was mighty fast." That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still to come from us, 5 more students benefit from the Helping Empower Our Nation project. This is News at 7. Welcome back. The financial burden associated with tertiary education has been lifted off the backs of 5 parents. Chrislina John has this report.
The Helping Empower Our Nation HEON project is easing the financial burden of 5 parents. This project is geared at helping students who have completed their secondary education and have the aptitude to further their studies but cannot afford to. The project, almost into its 6th year, has sponsored 52 students in their educational journey at the TMRSO Community College and at NULO, as outlined by PRO Colin Perman.
Big, audacious plan is that every student who leaves high school, once you have interest in higher education, we believe that you should be able to access it. So one day our goal is, wherever the HEON project may reach, that we can support any student who comes to us, not just picking because we can only afford to sponsor 5, we can only afford to sponsor.
Perman reminds recipients of their responsibility, noting that the sponsorship does not come free.
For every student that is sponsored, it meant that some students were not sponsored. So your responsibility to the project is to ensure that you meet TAMCC's goal, academic goal of the 2.5 GPA. I think if TAMCC is 2.0, we're 2.5 or 2.7, right? So you have to meet that objective because we're not in the business of throwing monies away, right? The other objective that our recipients are expected to meet is giving back to their communities. This is how you pay your way forward. You have to do a community project at the end of your first year in order to qualify for the second year.
Perman says they could not have survived without the assistance of corporate sponsors, most of whom have contributed financially and otherwise. Some of those were recognized. The ceremony was held at the Grenville Secondary School, Rivulet Lane, Grenville, St. Andrew, over the weekend. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, let's do health judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
Do I need to wear a mask and avoid close contact with others if I am fully vaccinated?
Thank you, and this is a very important question. The vaccines that we have against COVID-19 are very effective vaccines, and it gives a really good chance of not developing the disease. We must note that there is no vaccine that provides 100% protection for any disease. With that being said, we do expect cases of disease among people who are fully vaccinated. Though this is rare, it can happen, and we call this breakthrough infections. This is not unique to COVID-19. This doesn't mean that the vaccines aren't working. It means that not everyone who receives vaccines has 100% protection, and as a result, vaccinated persons, if they become infected, are capable of transmitting the virus to others. For these reasons, vaccinated persons must continue to practice the prevention measures like mask wearing and avoiding close contact or crowded places. So to answer your question, yes, you need to wear a mask and avoid close contact with others even if you are fully vaccinated.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Rubis, get going.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
There are those who say they care, and then there is Jedi's Pharmacy, conveniently located at the front entrance of the Bruce Street Mall, right next to a Rise Up Credit Union. We offer premium quality products and services, and when you need us, we are there, offering you around-the-clock service, Mondays to Fridays, 7:30 to 7 p.m., Saturdays, 9 until 7 p.m., and Sundays, 10 until 2. At Jedi's Pharmacy, we show care with a beautiful smile. Call us today at 440-5342. The number again, 440-5342. Happy holidays from the management and staff of Jedi's Pharmacy. Times are hard, and your vehicle is your investment. Let it work for you. Get a wheel alignment from Premium Auto Services and enjoy greater fuel efficiency, smoother ride, improved steering, reduced repairs, and longer-lasting tires. Make that call today, 439-4000, or just visit them on the Calavini Main Road. Don't forget to ask about their 20% special discount and all new tires. Premium Auto Services, your one-star auto repair center.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Darling, would you like some tea? I've made your favorite.
Well, thank you, darling. I'm here finishing my blog post to help homeowners understand their electricity bills. The left side of your bill shows the rates for electricity and the government charges. The middle portion shows the number of units you've consumed, plus the history of your usage over the last 8 months. And the right side shows how much you're being charged.
I really think people are going to value this information.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Ever since I set my eyes on you, boy, my heart said go on right through. But I know that I am way down on your line, boy. But this waiting thing is fine. Don't you treat me like no puppets on a string, no, 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 no. 'Cause I can still go do my thing. Don't you treat me like I'm dumb, no. I just wanna know if you're gonna come, hey. 'Cause I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love, no, baby. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. It's been 3 years since I've been knocking on your door, hey, but I still wanna knock some more. Oh boy, baby, is it feasible? 'Cause I wanna know if I should knock some more. In this life I know that there's a lot of grief, but your love is my release. Tears in my eyes burn, tears in my eyes burn while I'm waiting for my turn. Hey, 'cause I don't wanna wait in vain. I don't wanna wait in vain. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love, no, baby. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. But hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? You're 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, it's true. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? You're 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes, it's true. Oh, Times Square can't shine as bright as you. 'Cause you're in New York, the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do, 'cause now you're in New York, New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it from New York, New York, New York. Hey. Even if you're in New York, baby, I just want you close, where you can stay forever. You can be sure People keep talking, they can say what they like, but I don't worry 'cause everything's gonna be alright, baby. There's no one can get in the way of what I'm feeling for you. No one can get in the way of what I'm feeling, but 'cause I don't wanna wait in vain for your love, baby. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love, no, baby. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love, baby. 'Cause I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. Yeah, I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain.
The Star Malt's Christmas promotion, it's back, and this time you have a chance to win a grand prize of $5,000 cash. Win up to $20,000 in cash and prizes throughout December, just in time for Christmas. Merry Christmas! So, to have your chance, purchase your Star Malt with the red crown. Place 4 red crowns in an envelope, include your name, address, and telephone number, and drop in marked entry boxes island-wide. But you must be drinking Star Malt to win. Easy, right? To know if you're a lucky winner, see our Facebook page or tune in to your favorite radio station. So enter the Star Malt Wish Upon a Star promotion and win. Prizes are redeemable from the Carib Brewery Grenada Limited main office. Terms and conditions apply.
You're already ill and have no time or energy to walk every which way to access your healthcare needs. So come to Spice Isle Imaging on the Carenage for a one-spot stop for all your health service needs. See our in-house doctor and get your meds from the pharmacy right on location. Digital X-ray, MRI, CT scans, mammography, ultrasound and laboratory services are also available. So for that moment when life makes demands on you, you can make demands on us. Visit us at Spice Isle Imaging, Carenage, St. George's.
I've started hearing them singing that cheerful Christmas song in the morning time. And it is Christmas. And good morning to Agnes Forrester, wherever you are. Well, whatever you're doing, I know where you are. Well, I'm assuming I know where you are. Good morning to my good boy Ian Charles and the rest of the Jop Malassi crew. Indeed, every boy and girl sings a cheerful song. It's the Marella Discovery. Capacity 1,350 passengers. Crew capacity 520. So with the cruise ship passengers and the mix and mingling of individuals in about and around St. George today, let's take some time and share with me this morning some of your fondest Christmas memories. Somebody said to me they traveled last night somewhere in some of the other parishes and they saw lights were up and they were quite surprised. They thought that was the thing of the past. They didn't realize that people actually still believed in the lights and the feeling and the... It's Christmas. Well, in the middle of the Christmas, you are being reminded as your former RBC and RBTT customers, you are reminded that your ACB smart cards are available for collection. They are being distributed from the Grand Dance location between the hours of 8:30 and 2 p.m. So you are encouraged to pick up your ACB smart cards today. And the company apologized for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience during this transition period. A whole lot of information as you go through the day. You are reminded that Sagicor extends best wishes on New Year's Eve, the 31st of December. Sagicor takes the opportunity to remind your customers that the online options and mobile apps remain available throughout the season. They say, may the warmth, the light, and peace of the is Merry Christmas from Sagicor. Let's all be merry. Let's all be happy in the morning time. And good morning to you wherever you are. Some of you start soaking in salt ham. Well, if you ain't start soaking in it yet, when are you soaking in? You probably should get through the second water already. How much salt ham do you eat for the holiday season? Not much. They said I thought you like pork. Yeah, I said I like pork. Didn't say I was crazy over salt. That's not what I want in my system. Not at all. Reminding folks, moderation is the key is the order of the day. 425-2041. It's been a time, it's always a time of friends and families, loved ones. You remember the days when Christmas, when you heard certain music, or you saw certain things. For example, the grapes and the apples. You knew it was Christmas. The air had the chill, there was a chill in the air. You started getting the postcards. Do you actually receive postcards anymore? Sat or you stood and you read those cards. This is when you went to buy a card in town and it took you forever. You had to get a card that just had to say the right words, with the right tone, with the right flavor. Who bothers with that anymore? Do you? Tell me, 435-2041.
Let's all be happy. It's Christmas.
Some have argued that Christmas has lost its flavor. It has lost its meaning, its relevance. That it has become totally commercialized.
The music seems to fill the air.
What say you? We're going to check in to see what's happening on our social media front. I see a conversation is building up inside of social media. That's Facebook in particular. Good morning to you, Lady Sylvina Charles.
So be happy.
And Kipling says that I know COVID-19 has literally thrown Christmas into another dimension. But I still think people can use the opportunity to spend time with friends and family. Limit your group. Limit it. You don't have to be all over the place with everybody.
Let's all be happy.
Define your group.
It's Christmas.
Good morning to you, Alistair Warwood. It's a blessings and peace and love to you. Desmond Clover, we say good morning to you also. This person social on WhatsApp says they're asking me if I remember the days of a red spot and canning. Do I remember the days of red spot and canning? I also remember the days of giant malt. Remember the days when the red Solo was the king of it, the king of drinks, and orange Fanta. All the cream sodas.
Let's all be happy. It's Christmas.
I haven't seen a giant malt in ages, Grenada. The last place I actually saw a giant malt was in St. Kitts years ago, a lot of years ago.
It's Christmas.
29 minutes gone past the hour in the morning time.
Be happy. It's Christmas.
Well, this person says on social media that remember for them is the memories of the days before Christmas, the vanishing and the polishing and the waxing of the floor, the scrubbing of the steps.
It's Christmas.
I was reading a post on social media yesterday where someone was commenting that when you see communities where you see everybody's getting out the power hose and they're cleaning and the yard look all clean and fresh again. Thank you, social media.
Somewhere
Somebody's having a really great time. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning, JC, and how are you doing?
I am wonderful as always, sir.
Well, I would say I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to spend a few minutes and listen to you a bit and do what I have to do.
Okay, sure. Great.
We speak a lot about, things of the past. And what we're going to do for the present and maybe in the future. But something we must never overlook and which we must always be mindful of. The experience of yesterday should be lessons, like life lessons that you learn.
Right.
But today is a day when you have to give even much more tremendous attention and in the in-depth of your consciousness, because you need to understand and comprehend the environment in which you live, the challenges that you face, and your conclusion would be, based on your consciousness, how do I deal with those challenges? How do I deal and manage my life going forward? And that would be what tomorrow look like. So it is not wise to sit on your laurels and look at your neighbor, or look at your friend, or look at your next country in the region, or look at the United States of America, or look at New York, or London, or Paris, or wherever. Look at yourself and your potential, and what would be my strategy or a management design to enhance and to improve my situation. God bless you.
God bless you. Fair enough. Excellent point there from that caller. Given the challenges we've had for the last 18 months, last 2 years, COVID, the pandemic, the economic crisis, I've always said Christmas provides an ideal opportunity to reflect, to ponder, to consider. Not just about your current disposition, but those who are not even anywhere close to it. And many of us, while we think it is all dark and gloomy for us, you may soon realize that there are others, that their situation is far more dire than yours and mine. Some of us, we have the coping mechanism. We have the friends and the families that we can turn to. People that can say, JC, you know what? I think, boy, you need to give it another try. I think you need to hang in there, comrade. We've lost 200, Grenada. We lost 200 to COVID-19. 200. We went through Ivan, which literally decimated us. We lost, 39? Not even anywhere close to that figure of 200. I think it's an opportunity to be grateful. Alistair says in his days, you got $5 to go shopping. $5? Salvina says that postcards, they're a thing of the past. I know they're a thing of the past, but those are the sort of memories that has kept a generation. I guess now you have emails and WhatsApp. When I wake up Christmas morning and I hit the WhatsApp, I hit the blast. Who in, who out. That's what's going to happen. Social media has taken over. We send emails, WhatsApp, we post pictures on Instagram. We found a lot of different ways to communicate with each other. This person says they remember the days when they were given a whole soft drink on Christmas Day. Whether you drink it now, you drink it tomorrow. And that's what made the season special back then. those are the days when you got an opportunity. You got a whole soft drink just for you.
Let's all be happy. It's Christmas.
The days of the packs. All the boys went to town to get guns, and the girls went to get dolls.
Every boy and girl.
You stayed home all day, and Christmas Eve, you flocked into town. Cram.
All be happy.
You are aware that we can't afford to do that this year, are you? We're going to leave social media. Let's see what's happening on the telephone lines. Hey, Classic, good morning.
Morning, JC. Are you getting a feedback from me?
Not at all, Mr. Beto. How is Carriacou this morning?
Well, it's a little bit overcast and cloudy. I haven't go outside yet, so I know much. But looking through the window, the sun is not shining yet.
Well, why are you looking through the windows? Is your windows? Is your house? Go outside.
Well,
get some fresh air. It's morning.
When your body tired, die whole life go.
Tired from what? You're busy doing all the Christmas cleaning?
Well, doing what?
What, are you busy getting ready for the holidays?
Well, no. Well, I ain't a holiday right now because why? I ain't have money. You have to have money to go shopping because I used to about $5. I ain't have $1 right now, much less for $5.
Well, okay, well, which is fair, but I mean, I don't believe that the Christmas must be all about having money. I mean, enjoying the season, friends, use whatever you have. You must have something. You must have something in your house. What about your neighbor? Your neighbor must have something. Maybe team up.
Well, yeah, because last night I was going and get a drink. Hold on, I think I'm getting a feedback. They're already ready.
You on the radio, we? Oh, Papa Bonjour, Papa have mercy on me.
Yes, so I was going and get a drink last night. You know, and I'm a top partner who was really do me shopping with and buying a drink, you know.
Right.
And thing, you know, and then I say, well, give me something for Christmas. He tell me so well, he might give me he thinking of giving me a girl, and I say, well, you thinking, well, you're sure, so let me do it for next year. You take 5 days. I say, man, you just have to pray to God, man, lively.
I think once there's life, there is hope, and I think maybe what 2021 is going to teach us more than ever as we look forward to the new year, that life should not, the enjoyment and focus of life should not be in the bounty of what we have, but in the little. Enjoy the moment, live and enjoy the moment. I think that's what it should be more than anything else.
Well, yes, well, I can understand that, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So then, yeah, I'm finished yet. So I tell my partner, I say, well, let me do it for next year. He say, quite bit. Nah, man, I mean, according to you, you have to have faith in God and know that life is possible, right? So, you know, so you can be discouraged, right? Always be happy. So anyway, I'm running out of time and I'm running out of credit and everything, you know, because I'm calling you on a magic line.
No problem. All the best to you. Take care. Okay. Happy holidays in advance.
And also you too. So I'll call you back tomorrow again. So God bless.
No problem. Grace and peace.
Right.
At 45, the man, Mr. Beto from inside of Carriacou. And one of Newly and Alexander. Ha 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 ha. And somebody said that the days when they went to Tongue and they got a chance to buy a snow cone with milk on it. And during the year, you got a regular snow cone. If I ever had Cracker Jack on my own, I was not a fan of Cracker Jack actually. I was not a fan of Cracker Jack. I wasn't. I was not in too much of the idea of anything getting stuck between my teeth, and I had to keep cleaning it out. Every boy and every girl
sings a cheerful song.
And 20 minutes gone past the hour.
Let's all be happy.
We take a quick commercial break.
It's Christmas.
And we go to country to look through the... You know, one thing that has changed there is interesting that when you look at how the media has changed traditionally, and most of your calls, your comments came through telephone. It came through the live telephone. Now, the majority of responses come via social media. Folks on WhatsApp, the folks that's on Facebook. What do? We just roll with the punches. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Darling, would you like some tea? I've made your favorite.
Well, thank you, darling. I'm here finishing my blog post to help homeowners understand their electricity bills. The left side of your bill shows the rates for electricity and the government charges. The middle portion shows the number of units you've consumed, plus the history of your usage over the last 8 months. And the right side shows how much you're being charged.
I really think people are going to value this information.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Introducing YouTube and TikTok to the Digicel Prime Bundle. Now get 1 gigabyte daily to enjoy more YouTube. Plus 1 gigabyte daily to like more TikTok videos. It's simply more entertainment bundled together. Get a 7-day bundle for $35 in my Digicel. More apps, more data, more fun. Digicel, better together.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our 2 convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us. Talked about it. We've had so many conversations about it, and now I know what's one of the interesting things about the holiday season is that you sleep, you wake, it comes and it is gone, and then what? You wait until another year again. It's interesting. It is very interesting. 425-2041. We're going to highlight some of the comments here on this is WhatsApp. Let's see what's going on social media. With $5, who goes to town with $5 anymore? I don't even possibly think that that's even going to happen. Could you imagine giving a child $5 and say to them, go to town with that? Well, the $5 can't buy anything. Alistair says that $5 he bought an apple, a pear, a pop gun, and had enough money to go in your dreams with that. Not in this day and age. It probably had to be $500 because the apple alone is actually $5. But the memories that you had as a child from those period. For me, I say that Christmas is more about the children. Give them memories that they can take with them throughout their adulthood, and I think that's what it is all about. We should at least allow children to enjoy the spirit of the season, not the plenty of the season. Let them learn to share. This comment coming via WhatsApp. Oh, well, not just in the comment. Somebody sent it actually. Greetings being sent to Sister Nola Devonish, a worker at the hospital from Springs. And greetings coming compliment from the staff at K&N Foods. Good morning, Kurt. What's on the menu today?
It's Christmas.
Indeed, it is Christmas. The countdown is on. I want to encourage folks as we inch closer to the holiday season, keep in mind that there is a virus that is out there. And I say to people, whether or not you believe, you have your own perceptions about what is or what isn't, there's a virus out there. It is killing. So this conversation has nothing to do with vaccine or no vaccine. It has nothing to do with this. It's a conversation that has to do with you keeping safe. Keeping safe for the holidays. It may probably mean that if you have to go out and serenade, do it within your bubble, your family, people that you know. And now the bells are ringing.
I hear the children laughing.
And somebody asked me when was the last day I had a bottle of Pierre Jackson or a bottle of Cidrax. I haven't seen that. I'm not even sure if they still manufacture that.
Let's all be happy.
Fondest memories of Christmas, where you clean the house out. And that's what was interesting. There are some folks, I remember my mother, she started cleaning 2-3 weeks before, gradually stripping the house. Good morning, caller, you're live.
Good morning, how are you today?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
And all the best to you.
Thank you, many happy returns to you, sir.
Yeah, there's just this one little drink, I think your bottle drink you forgot in Strodies. I don't know if you can remember that one.
Yeah, somebody posted that as well. They posted that as well. And you know, those are some of the drinks that, of course, you just saw one of these. When you saw them,
yes,
you just knew that the season was here.
Yeah, and you used to pay 10 cents for Strodies.
Well, you get in, I'm not sure what you get in for 10 cents now these days. I don't know. Maybe a pressure tablet, maybe.
You may get a good buy, or not even that.
Well, whatever it is, I think we just probably need to find ways to create some really, really good memories this year. COVID, pandemic or no pandemic. Maybe do whatever you can so at least next year, if the good Lord tarries and we're still here, we can look back and say, it was well. We survived it.
And talking about patience, I think if you could remember about 3 to 4 months ago, most of us would say, oh, they would be a good Christmas.
Yes.
Right now, I think this might be the best Christmas people will be spending for years.
I really agree with you on this one. That people should really, really, really not go out and get into the excesses of it, but just do the little things that allows us to appreciate the virtue and value of still being alive.
Yeah, because then this Christmas we enjoy the Christmas the same way, but they do less spending.
Less spending, because it shouldn't be about the festivities, but it should be the spirit, the camaraderie, the fellowship, and the spirit of the season that you want to most to resonate with us. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And that is really, 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 really important. What are we gonna do? Complain that we don't have money? Really? I bet you if you check a few neighbors. One is going to bake a black cake. Somebody's going to bake a bread. You probably have some rice, some green peas. I haven't seen green peas as yet. I was telling someone this morning, I actually feel like getting a nice bowl of green pea soup for Christmas Day. Lots of little tanier in it. And some little baby dumpling. What's wrong with that? If I choose to have a green pea soup on Christmas Day, what's wrong with that? I don't want no macaroni pie. Let's all be happy. Let's all be merry.
It's Christmas. Let's all be merry.
Again, reminding you that there's a cruise. There is, which one is it? It is the Marella Discovery. It's making its call to Port St. George today. So for the purpose of those of you wanting to visit the Esplanade Mall, and And I know that's a conversation that has mixed responses, whether or not. Listen, folks, I just say let's try and keep safe. The ship comes in estimated time of arrival 7 and departure time 1 p.m. You have the rest of the day, the rest of the evening to go sprag-a-lang in the mall and get me the perfect gift. 8 minutes on to the hour. But keep in mind that even while the Esplanade side of the mall we have limited access to the unvaccinated, the Bruce Street side of the mall remains fully accessible to you. And you can access it from the Grand Lake side or from the Riser car park. There's so many things in there that you can actually boutiques, little shops, doctor offices. Yes. There was something, yes, I remember that I needed to, yes. You advise, and of course, the GT Credit Union, they advising you that all of the branches will be closed today at 1 p.m. So the GT apologized for the inconvenience that the closure will cause. So again, keep in mind the GT Credit Union, they close it early today. And you need to check the folks inside of Southern Electrical. Here's what they're planning to do. Go to Southern Electrical. They've got a crazy sale that is on. Discounts on items ranging from 10 to 50%. Check out the folks inside of Systems. Crazy discounts all over the place. Duty Free Caribbean, Colombian Emeralds. Calico Supermarket. They've got some really fantastic bits of furniture in Calico. And the good thing about Calico is that all of their furniture is from local vendors. Top quality furniture. Highlighting and demonstrating the skills of our local craftsmen. Getting ready to leave you for now. Reminding you at 9 o'clock is To The Point. The Royal Grenada Police Force are expecting to join us this morning, and the expectation is that we continue to talk about the plans more than ever, the Yuletide plans, as we inch closer to the holiday season. For those of you, in case I may not get a chance to see, you may get a chance to hear from me again, and these happy holidays in advance to you. Reminding you at the top of the hour, we joined the BBC for a bulletin of. Remind you that at 10 o'clock, 'tis the season to be happy, and Jan and the crew, and Mike and I will be somewhere outside doing our due. But just continue to do what you have to do to become the best version of yourself. Live life and love life. Whatever you've been told that cannot be done, well, it's a pity that you believed it. Do not believe it. It is just shadows. They're not real. The shadows are not, they're not real. Yep. Have a great one, Grenada. So long. We joined the BBC at the top of the hour for Bulletin of News. Until then, continue to enjoy the best that the season has to offer.
You're already ill and have no time or energy to walk every which way to access your healthcare needs. So come to Spice Isle Imaging on the Caranage for a one-spot stop for all your health service needs. See our in-house doctor and get your meds from the pharmacy right on location. Digital X-ray